Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. This is Pineapple on PC here, and I'm back with you guys for let's build a P- plot. Yeah, I'm on the DakrCraft server again, and I don't really see an amazing load of good P- plots, but I'm just going to try and make one myself again. So we kind of need a theme for this, and I think I'm going with a little nice theme with some river going through, some cliffs, maybe a dungeon. That'd be cool, a camp. So the first thing that you'll do when you make a plot is you need to plan stuff out. Basically, where's your entrance going to be? Or I'm gonna make my cliffs like this, and then I'm gonna make the other side. Gonna make a thing as well for like cliffs and stuff. So you get an obvious entrance, and that's not going to be here because here I'm going to plan over time. You're going to see later. But I basically planned out my cliffs a little bit, and now we're going with a world edit, a full terraforming. And I'm not going to give you a very long, very big tutorial about terraforming. Nikos has some tutorial of that on his own channel, so I'll put a link in the description to his video. So we're basically going to grab shovels. Always do put them in order of quality, so I know which one is the biggest, which one is the smallest, and then we use a golden hoe for gravity and a diamond hoe for smooth. Normally I also do it with like one tool, but not today. So you brush. Sphere is the type of brush. I'm going for stone for everything, and I'm going to do 5 for this one. We're probably not going to need it that much. Why did I do 3? This one needs to be 4. You basically keep continuing this until you get 1. There you go, / brush smooth, which is the smooth type of brush, and now you get / brush gravity. So this is the 5. We're probably not going to use that much, but I'm going to put them in the corner. And my type of terraforming is really weird. You just have to bear with me for a second, because it's really weird. But believe me, when I say it's weird, it's quite weird. Since I don't usually do the smooth technique, I basically just do some spheres. Doesn't even matter in the air. Sometimes I just deliberately put some spheres in the air. This one, it might just work. And I basically gravity brush everything downwards. Again, this is not the best method ever of terraforming. It's just the method that I found basically the easiest, because you don't need like smoothing out and make it a bit notchy and stuff. It's really annoying. But I'm gonna try to use the smooth brush for, it's just an exception for you guys. Will this be a special thing? And again, these are cliffs, so I'm gonna have to raise them a bit. Get some cliffy parts out there. So this is just the planning of the cliffs. Of course, we're going to, make them a bit better and stuff, because this is pretty bad. For terraforming, it would make apprentice, but when you are apprentice, you don't have world edit. Yeah. And also, it's nice to actually take your material in the hand as well, so you can do stuff with the hand. Like here, I don't want that to be like also here, then it can expand this further downwards. You basically want a bit of a random terrain. You don't want terrain that is too world edit looking. It shouldn't look like it's world edit pretty obviously. If you do that, it's not really gonna give you any good rank. And also, you kind of need to learn to terraform yourself, since if you don't terraform by yourself, people will not be likely to give you a rank. So that's one thing to actually look out for. I think I'm just going to do it like this and this. Looks pretty good. Maybe this is a bit too much of a square. Doing quite a bit with the hand. Since your hand is your smallest brush and definitely the most precise one. And here we got a basic cliff. It's not the best one. I have to admit, it's quite a mediocre of a cliff. You can do pretty much better than I do, because I'm not the best at terraforming. I just have to be honest with that. No, I don't always do it for like one single block. I just gravity brush. Quite possibly because I'm very, very lazy. The sphere there looked a bit too world edity, so I just went on and basically made it a bit better. I kind of like this right now. I'm kind of starting to like this. Maybe make like a little waterfall here, and you could put a secret behind it. Be pretty cool. But on the other hand, waterfalls are kind of getting a bit mainstream. Like a bit too mainstream. But whenever you're actually planning to do a waterfall, always do a secret behind it, because believe me, it just works. Just a little building hack for you right there. And again, build up the cliff. Just going to place some, again, random spheres, and then do yeah. I know why that one came in there. And so, as you see, the terrain is kind of starting to get shape. Starting to get its own real shape, only some bits are a bit too squarey still. Since this is still made with World Edit. Basically, World Edit is a great tool for terraforming on plots, but you'll still need to edit a lot of it, since it's not the perfect tool. It's good, but it's not perfect. The perfect actual world editing tool for terrain is Voxel Sniper. but on most plot servers that is not allowed, since it can cause major server crashes due to some some brushes in voxel sniper that can cause those crashes, just because they make use of some stuff that kind of stuff that crashes, like lighting errors and stuff. That's why we also don't get the // fast brush that causes major chunk errors. And just filling up the back. We're not really going to make like mountains in here, so I'm just going to go over with my radius 1 brush. And just doing some fun editing in the terrain, the top of the cliffs, because we're going to have another part of this, which is going to be a little less high, a little less tall. But I'm going to get the smooth brush over this top pretty damn soon, since you still kind of need it sometimes. For if you kind of do this, you kind of want some smoothing. Only watch out that you don't click on the side of your plot, because that'll just make it go downwards, because it sees that that block is completely in the air, completely tall, and then this one is just ground level. It will think like that. I'm going to show you in a minute, like this. See? These cliffs aren't looking that bad after all. I actually have my doubts in the first part of this Let's Build on do these cliffs look good, but I'm content with the way that my cliffs look right now. Sure, there are people that can do it much faster, much better, but I don't terraform with World Edit pretty often. When I get to terraform huge parts, I always use World Painter and stuff. So, just finishing up the terrain again for my cliffs. Kind of getting spammed on Skype right now. I don't even know why, but just ignore it. Okay. Finishing up. Let's see if I can find some stuff that I didn't do right. Well, I think this is pretty good. You can leave your thoughts in the comments below on, the way that my cliffs look. I know they're not the best, but I don't even think that they're actually that bad. There's not going to be much space for actual buildings, but we're going to have a dungeon, so we're going to have to bear that in mind. And also, it's not the biggest river ever, so we've got quite a bit of space actually. Oh, undo. I don't even know how long I'm actually recording, but I guess it's around 20 minutes right now. I guess. actually want this slightly lower. I'll let it go slightly lower over time. So we're gonna have like this is gonna have a huge edge. This actually kind of got something. I think that this terrain kind of has something. It's got something pretty nice, only I can't put my fingers on it. I can't put my tongue on it right now. Still, we've got plenty of space for building. But this is mostly going to be for organics and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to have a little rock here. So, I'm just going to make this a rock. I need to smoothen this part out right now. I kind of like this rock. I kind of like this. Also makes the path here a bit smaller, which is on itself quite a good thing. Because a smaller path needs more atmosphere, which is one of the key points to making a plot. Which definitely I should tell you guys about sometime. Because making a plot, it isn't as easy as it looks. You need to keep some key elements in mind. These elements are detail, style, atmosphere, and purpose. Atmosphere is like, you need to get lost into the plot. Atmosphere is getting small rivers, lots of trees, lots of bushes, small paths, sending people on roads. Well, they don't actually notice they're being sent on a road. That is atmosphere. You know, getting yourself completely lost into the plot. Then you know you've got a lot of atmosphere. And then detail. Detail is just the amount of effort put into buildings like houses, shrines, anything really. Detail is just decorating with stuff. It can be anything. It can be useless stairs and slabs to anvils, basically bookcases and interiors. Then comes style. Styles that you build everything in one solid, recognizable style. Like, you're not going to have a giant mold or spike into all the plot, are you? Those are some key elements of the plot. And right now, I think I'm going to fill this one with water. I think I'm going to fill it from here. So we're going to need to dig out that riverbed. This is going to be like 1 deep. / fill water and then 40. Yep. And right here I actually forgot something, because on one of the two sides I was going to actually do a waterfall kind of thing. It's actually not really a waterfall, but you'll just have to see what I mean by that. Because basically you got a cliff here, but the river's still running through. So you're gonna wonder, why is it still running through? And how? I've got answers to those questions. Because I'm going to make a little gap here. It's going to contain a waterfall. You can probably hear it storming outside. You know, the weather's pretty harsh out here sometimes. So this is what I kind of want for the waterfall. And so there's actually kind of like a bridge. People won't notice it since it is not obviously a bridge. So this is a good entrance to your plot, because of course you can see the plots around you right from the start, but if you're going to do a good entrance here, and some good ways down into the actual thing, I mean this would be the perfect entrance, but we're going to have a waterfall running through here, so that's not going to be the entrance. Let's just make that waterfall right now, don't we? Shall we? Okay. Let's see how that's going to end. Still, the water doesn't flow like I want it to. Still needs to be kind of like more. You know, just like this. This is perfect. So, in the next episode, we're going to do the soil on top, and we're going to color in all of these things that make the riverbanks. So, I'm just going to leave you with this, and we'll continue with this Let's Build, let's say, another time, maybe in a few days. So, this was Pineapple on PC, and as always, have a nice day.